Hello everybody, today is the 10th of April 2010, and seeing as my MonkeyDude channel is the place for puzzles, I thought that this would be the best place to post this video. So, what I've got here is the version of the slot machine kind of thing from the Pokemon games. However, this game has almost nothing to do with Pokemon, and so it shouldn't cause too much controversy among you guys. But if you guys are really close-minded enough to think that since it's not a Pokemon game, it's obviously for stupid losers, then you should probably just leave now. So, the point of this game is kind of like Minesweeper. The point of this game is to flip over all of the cards that either have a 2 or a 3 on them. If they have a 1, then you can flip it over, but it won't do anything. If it has a mine, then the game is over and you lose everything. So, the first card that you hit will give you that number of coins. So, say I hit a 2, I'll start off with 2 coins. Then if I hit a 3, then it will multiply my total number of coins by that number. So 2 times 3 would be 6. And then if I hit another 3, 6 times 3 would be 18. And as you can see, that starts to add up once you start hitting more cards. Now, here you have the memos, kind of like the flags in Minesweeper. So if I'm convinced that this spot right here is a mine, I can mark it. And so I know not to touch it. But of course I have no idea yet. So, on the sides here and on the bottom, you can see the number of coins hidden in that row, which means that in this row there could be 4 1 cards, or there could be a 2 and 2 1s, or 2 2s and then 3 mines. But the bottom number is the number of mines in that row. So, as you can see, this row has no mines, which means that I can touch every card in there. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. So that means I now have 2 coins, because I started with 1 and multiplied it by 1, 1, 1, and then 1 times 2 is 2. So now I have 2 coins, which is on the upper screen up there, which I'm not going to show you. So, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 is 6, as you can see here. This is level 1, which means it's going to be very easy. Here, you can see again, no mines. So I can flip all of these. Okay, so now the number of coins I had total times 2 means I now have 4 coins. Very obvious. Now, some hints on how to play this game. If you have a row that is equal to 5 total, meaning 4 coins and 1 mine, or vice versa, or anything that adds up to 5, you can mark all of them as insignificant, meaning they're either a 1 or they're a mine, which means that I can use my memos. I can go here, mine or 1. Oops. I hope this is easy enough to see for you guys. Okay, so now we can get rid of that row because it has 4 and 1. 5 and 1, 6 1, 4 2, 6 0, 4 2. Okay, so once you get into this kind of spot, you can now start to eliminate rows that if the total equals 6, like this row does, and it has a 2 in it somewhere, then you can eliminate all the other ones as insignificant. So as you can see here, 5 and 1, and it has a 2 in it. So, all of these right here can be insignificant, meaning it's not going to have a 2 or a 3, which is what you're looking for. So now we're down to these 9 boxes, these 6 here and these 3 here. Now, this one adds up to 7, and if you have a row with 7 and you have a card with 3 on it, you can automatically disqualify the rest of them. But we're stuck between a rock and a hard place right here, because we've used the 2 here to eliminate that row, we've eliminated these rows because they have no mines, and this column here because it equals 5. But what do we do next? This is where the chance comes into play. Since we can't narrow it down any further, all we can do is hope for the best, which means we want to choose the spot with the highest probability of not hitting a mine. As you can see, this row has 6 coins and only 1 mine. And if we find another row that has only 1 mine in it, if we go to the intersection of those, between this one here and this one, we have a pretty high probability of it not being a mine. But it still can be. So, let's try it. Oh, and it's a 3. So now, our total of 4, 2 times 2 times 3 is 12. So now, since this row equals 7, and we've got a 3 in it, we can mark all the rest of those squares as insignificant. Now we're down to 6. However, if you look here, it equals 7, and it's got a 3 in it. So, these 2 are insignificant as well. Now, we are down to these 2 and these 2. So, again, we can guess, or we can start to try to add it up. Either way, it's not going to turn out very well. So we have a 4 and a 2 and a 4 and a 2 here. Neither of those are very good, but since they're the same, we just have to go for it. 5 and 2 means that there's a higher chance of there being a coin in this row versus this one, which is 4 and 2. So we would want to take the intersection between this column and one of these two, depending on which one we liked better. So I could just go ahead and randomly tap one of these. But we can also go ahead and use some math and see if we can narrow it down any farther from there. So as you can see here, 5 coins and 2 mines. We've got 2 coins for sure, and we've got 2 places that could be a mine or could be a 1, which means that we have 2, 3, 4. And now if we were to assume that both of these were mines, which would be the 2 there, then there needs to be 3 coins left here, which means a 2 and a 1. So, if we can choose correctly, and we can get the 2 here, on the intersection in these 2, then we can automatically mark the other one as insignificant. So, should I go for this one or this one? It doesn't matter because the probability is the same. So I'm just going to go for this one. And it turns out to be a mine, and so we lose. Now, I'm not going to bother going through the whole entire thing for you again, but I will get up to about the same point. Actually, I lied. I'm going to play through it all again, just to give you guys another example. Okay, no mines. Click, 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 click. Okay, now this one equals 5, because 3 plus 2 is 5, so we can automatically mark all of them. Okay. Now this one also equals 5, so we can click all of them here. Now, this one has no mines, so we can click all of them here. This row equals 6, and we have a 2 in there, so these 2 are insignificant. And now we're down to these 6 squares. A 7-1 and a 7-1 is pretty nice. We'll try it. We got a 3. So now, we know this row has a total of 8. 7 coins and 1 mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coins confirmed, and 1 questionable. Which means that this needs to be a 2, or this needs to be a 2, and the other one is a mine. So, we can either go for it and try to choose, and this would probably be the better probability, because 4 and 2 is better than 2 and 3, or we can find out already that this is completely insignificant, as it's either a 1 or a mine for sure, and just touch this one. There we go. So now, we got a row here that equals 6, 4 and 2, and so we can eliminate these last 2 here. And now, we have these 2 here. Now, there's 1 mine and 7 coins. 3 coins confirmed, which means that the rest of them need to have 4. If we assume that this one's a mine, we got 4 already, which means we got 3 here. Now, we'll go for the best probability and hope for the best. We got a 2. And that means we've cleared all of them, and the game is over. Yay. 24 coins. Okay. So, that is how you play, and once you beat that, you'll move on to level 2, which gets harder to play, meaning the game stays the same, but there's more mines, etc., and it's harder to play, and you can't eliminate as many right at the beginning. So, my question for you guys is, what do you think of this kind of game? Do you think it requires strategy? Do you think you could win by sheer luck? Do you think that it requires both? What do you think of the game? Do you think it would be interesting if we could implement it in a non-Pokemon game setting, I guess I would say. So, I would just like to know your thoughts on that, and I will see you guys next video. And one last thing, do you guys have any other strategy things that you think would work for this game? Like I said, if a row equals 5, you can automatically get rid of all of them. If the row has no mines, you can get rid of all of them. If they have all mines, you can get rid of them, etc. So, if you guys can think of anything else besides the 2, if the row equals 6 and you have a 2, you can get rid of the rest, and if the row equals 7 and you have a 3, you can get rid of the rest. If you guys can think of anything else, please let me know and post it in the comments or a video response below. And also, the highest level you can get to on this game is about level 7, where the total number of coins you get is around 17 or 1800, which is quite a lot in my opinion. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.